So after the Vikings got luck boxed against the Lions, you're thinking, okay, it was one of those games of season. You're entitled to get lucky once in a while, and sometimes the other team just doesn't want to win, and you benefit, and a win is a win is a win, and we won't do that again. And then week 4 came in UK against the Saints, and Jameis was out, Kamara was out, Michael Thomas was out, Andres Pete was out, Marcus May was out. And you would think that the Vikings, especially that first drive, putting up 7 right away. Oh, thank heaven. Kevin O'Connell marching down. That the Vikings would win, 42-10. Maybe just put the bang thing on the Saints. But no, it had to be close. Vikings managed to survive 28-25. A win is a win is a win. Ooh, Ravens getting it. But... And I don't know, you are what your record says you are. And the Vikings 3-1, getting it done, will lead the NFC North, whatever happens the rest of this day. But it shouldn't have to be this hard, man. It shouldn't have to be this difficult. Like most people, so obesity is an epidemic in the United States. Most people can't have this sort of whatever, like this early in the morning. It should not. It should be. Why couldn't you be easy like Sunday morning? Oh yeah. But we got winners and losers coming up. Also coming up is Kirktoberfest. Delayed start for Kirktoberfest. We'll get into Kirk in a sec. But purpleftw.net. Link is down below. Promo code Kirktober for 15% off your purchase. So, get ish like this. It looks nice. Also, the hats are fantastic. Plus shipping, about 6 days. We'll get to you. Not bad. All right, so winner number 1, special teams coordinator Matt Daniels. He's been fantastic all season long. The fake punt, the 2 long returns, both punt and kick. Good coverage. It's just the gifts at the special teams, whether it's field position, whether it's Chris Boyd forcing a fumble. They've been fantastic, man. But they didn't take advantage. 2 of 5 in the red zone is embarrassing. Also, Greg Joseph missing that extra point, mainly because, so this game opened Vikings -2.5, right? I took a little bit of it there just because, and then after they announced Kamara was going to miss and the line had moved to Vikings -3.5, you're like, okay. I mean, the Vikings win by a touchdown easily, right? And the Vikings would have won by 4 if Joseph makes that final extra point, but no. Of course not. That's why you don't bet on sports. Ever, children. Ryan Wright, Jalen Naylor on the fake punt, looking good. Ryan Wright, the former high school quarterback, looking like Jared Lorenzen back there. I love it. Also, Jalen Speedy Naylor, welcome to the NFL, man. First reception. That's fantastic. Love it. Love it. Number 3, winner Justin Jefferson, 10 for $147 on 13 targets, getting touches early. Part of Kevin O'Connell's scripting, which is great. Also had some meaty clutch catches at the end of the first half as well as late in the game. Really took it to Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, respect. Marshawn Lattimore is one of the best corners in the game, but Justin Jefferson was like, F you. Also ran in a touchdown on the jet sweep. You love to see it, man. Winner number 4 is Zadarius Smith. So, absolute warrior, man. With that knee injury, game time decision, looked good in the first half. I question what was going on. Played sparingly in the second half. Vikings really didn't get a pass rush after Zadarius sort of exited, but had a third down sack. Also was part of the Diesel Dalvin strip sack. Love to see it. And winner number 5, Adam Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen. Big time first half. When the Vikings need some clutch catches, he was there. Bulk of his catches were 10 yards plus, 8 catches for 72 on 9 targets. Winner number 6, Alexander Madison. Really just going beast mode on that screen for the touchdown after the Vikings. How do you get backed up there? We'll get into that. But Madison on the screen, Thielen with a great block, Ezra Cleveland, Christian Darrisaw getting out and getting after it. Dalvin Cook, the warrior, strapped on that harness and looked good. Overall, 86 total yards, 76 on the ground. Probably would have had a 50-yard touchdown if Demario Davis hadn't tripped him, which we'll get to the refs. Well, the pendulum did swing both ways. I mean, I'll freely admit that, but, Winner number 8, Cameron Tiny Dancer. Should have been higher, but, actually, hell, let's move up. Moving on up to the east side. That's all right. Winner number 4, Cameron Tiny Dancer. 5 tackles, 3 passes broken up. Also, probably should have had an interception that hit him. Since he doesn't have 2 numbers anymore, I can't hit him between the numbers. Hit him right on the top of the 3. It's like, come on, man. Come on, Cameron. And then Shondon Sullivan working from the slot, sniffing out screens, made plays, had 5 tackles, looked really good. 11, Jalen Reagor, Brian Asamoah on that punt return, which... Fortunately, Lewisine got hurt on. Big prayers up for Lewisine. Hopefully he heals fast. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that he'll be back this season. It just really sucks. You really feel for the kid, man. But Rager had a nice 23-yard punt return. Brian Asamoah had a fantastic block on it. And it's tough because you can't go back and watch the play without seeing the Lewisine injury. So Asamoah did a great job of shielding, screening off the tackler without a block in the back. Winner number 12, Kirk Cousins dancing. Now, Kirk had some really good moments in this game. He also had some very meh moments. I think a lot of it had to do with pressure, but we'll get to Kirk and losers. But the dancing when Kirk was like, before halftime, that was good. Diesel Dalvin. Now, the Saints still ran on the Vikings, but Diesel Dalvin holding his ground a little bit better. Had the sack that led to the Dalton fumbles. Also had 4 tackles. Chris Boyd forcing the fumble on that punt. Looking good, man. Josh Metellus, special teams monster. And I think that Metellus would be special teams captain if the Vikings didn't have C.J. Ham already, but Metellus also had to sprinkle in a couple of snaps because of injuries to Harrison Smith. Winner numbers, 215s. Is that what we're doing? Just really good accounting. All right, 16, Kevin O'Connell's opening script. So getting Justin Jefferson the ball early and often getting him going with tempo in the first half, that was fantastic, but it wasn't a perfect game from O'Connell. We'll get to that in a sec. Patrick Peterson had great back-to-back passes broken up in the second half. Almost had 3, but Callaway was able to convert on the first down on fourth down. Also, King Kene, nice 33-yard kick return. And then we get to, unfortunately, the losers. The Dontel defense writ large. So 3 long touchdown drives allowed to Andy Dalton. Also a 2-point conversion. So a team missing their starting quarterback, running back, wide receiver one of their offensive linemen does that to you. No. The offensive line. So the Saints consistently got pressure with 4, except it's not the usual suspects. Like I know that Bradbury's going to get dinged for a sack on one of them, but that was more of a coverage sack. But it was on the edges. It was Darisaw to a degree. It was Brian O'Neill. It was the offensive line really imploded late once Dennis Allen started bringing the blitz. 3 sacks, innumerable pressures, probably 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there at least. Brian O'Neill, sucks to say, Brian O'Neill's our guy. He is one of the best right tackles in the game, but Cameron Jordan ate his lunch, and that's just is what it is. Gave up a sack, gave up a couple, had 2 false starts, which hurt them. Is just really not a great day for 75. Like, he may never leave the country again. I'm never going to England. Screw you guys. Number 4, leaving points on the board. Like I mentioned, 2 for 5 in the red zone. And it was just ominous. Like, you knew that was going to come back and bite the Vikings in the ass, just leaving 12 points out there hanging, man. Also, Danielle Hunter. It's frustrating, man, because I love me some Danielle Hunter, but sometimes you got to call a spade, just like when we're calling out Brian O'Neill and Harrison Smith. Sometimes you do have to call it like you see it. A spade is a spade. And with Danielle not setting the edge against the run, missing tackles, no pass rush, I don't know if it's just him getting adjusted to the new scheme or what it is, but where's 99? Got 99 problems, and finding Danielle's one of them. Harrison Smith had a handful of missed tackles, questionable coverage at times, got together late, started making some plays because bullying works, and at the end of the game had a wrist or a hand injury on the Olave toss down the middle, so I don't know what's going to go on. Also drops. Jefferson had 2 drops. One of them was a misplaced throw by Cousins, except he still got 2 mitts on it. Should have been able to bring that one in the end zone. Johnny Munt had a big-time drop, which would have converted. Maybe he even gets in the end zone there. Thielen had a drop. CJ had a drop. It's just, I mean, it wasn't as blatant as the Lions game or Irv's drop against the Eagles, but also the refs. So the Demario Davis blatant tripping call cost Dalvin a 50-yard touchdown. Kirk Cousins took 2, maybe even 3 blatant shots to the head. Should have been illegal hands to the face or a personal foul. But it did feel like the Vikings were getting some makeup calls, like the Honey Badger. Illegal hands to the face was an absolute BS call. It kept the Vikings drive alive. Also, maybe Thielen had a face mask on Lattimore. The world will never know. Who knows? Also, the Kirk Cousins interception, the grounding was bad. But really, that was a result of, well, the interception was on Kirk, but a lot of the other mistakes, errant throws, the grounding call, that was all on pressure. So they need to get their ish together. Where it's so weird because, I mean, the tackles are supposed to be the benchmark for the Vikings offensive line, and the interior is supposed to be soft, but the interior actually played pretty well today. The Greg Joseph missed PAT. Yeah, never bet on sports, kids. That's why. The Vikings minus 3.5, not so much. Then Kevin O'Connell, game management. The couple of delays of game, especially that one after the Justin Jefferson long gain down to the 3. That was rough. Easily cost them 4 points. Not going it for it on a couple 4th downs. Not using your timeouts properly at the end of the first half, where I get that this is his 4th game and he'll learn from it, but it's still frustrating, man. Still is. But you know what they say. A win is a win is a win. Moving on to Chicago. We're on to Chicago at US Bank Stadium. Bears are up next. 3-1 is going to lead the division. The Bears, whatever happens to them against the Giants, they're playing right now. Go ahead and beat somebody's ass. Take out that frustration in the last 2 games. Bottle it up. Go down to Miami. Take care of Teddy and the Dolphins. Maybe 2 in the Dolphins. Who knows? Go into the bye 5-1, getting it done. That's all you can ask of yourself right now. That's it. But that's it. Who are your winners and losers from Vikings 28, Saints 25? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.